Howdy, folks. Today we're looking at Fight Man #1 from 1993 in Marvel Comics. And so our journey alongside the young Evan Dorkin ends the only way it could, with him burning down the house in a snit. How else could you possibly describe a story like Fight Man? This is a nasty comic, gleefully brutal at the expense of its protagonist, a despicable and loathsome cretin by every measure. Fight Man began as a background gag across the run of Bill and Ted. This was the boys' favorite comic. Due to the intricacies of licensing, however, despite first appearing in a licensed comic, Fight Man was a property owned by Marvel, in the proud tradition of Circuit Breaker and Death's Head. It only makes sense then, since the licensed book had created IP for the company might want to put out a real book for the purpose of nailing down said IP after the original license left the house. Of course, in practice, Fight Man was not destined to be a new star in the firmament for the House of Ideas, whereas in Bill and Ted's universe, Fight Man was a popular character, able to support a long-running series. Here, Fight Man is human flotsam, a power-mad perpetual adolescent, corrupted by strength and bereft of moral compass. As the story begins, the deadbeat Fight Man is being sued by his ex-wife, again, the same ex-wife who only ever married him because he threatened to murder her, a dark gag that is sadly only aged like fine wine. Much of the humor here still feels contemporary, because in the 3 decades and change since Fight Man was published, the moral failings at the heart of the superhero genre have only been inflated, fixated, and sanctified by newfound cultural ubiquity. Fight Man is a menace, and everyone in the city hates him because all he ever does is destroy things and hurt people. He thinks he's awesome, certainly, but he can't even afford to move out of his parents' house. A seemingly unending stream of loser supervillains keep trying to kill him, and everyone in the city is cheering them on to do it, especially since his obsession with kid sidekicks has resulted in the deaths of 15 children, one right after the other. Although this is a funny comic, and what's more, approved by the Comics Code, it really isn't that different in temperament from much darker fare like Rick Veitch's Max Immortal or Mills and O'Neill's Martial Law. This isn't a fond spoof of the superhero. This is a bloody vivisection of the worst impulses at the heart of the entitled fanboy, petulant grievance all the way down to the rotten bones. The comic itself is 48 pages, no ads, dense but not in the same way as Dorkin's Bill and Ted. There are no musical references to be found, but there are page after page after page of loser supervillains created by Dorkin to be defeated in the space of a panel. The really funny part about Fight Man is that despite being a middle finger to the genre, he's still part of the Marvel Universe proper. He's in the handbooks and everything. His most recent appearance was an Agent X arc written by Dorkin. And if you don't know who Agent X was, you should probably just ask your parents.